The NFL presents El Crapo.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you had an absolutely wonderful weekend. I hope you're feeling okay today. I didn't have a dog in the fight, so to speak, in the Super Bowl. In fact, I didn't see it because I was picking my wife up from the airport. But while I was sitting in the cell phone lot waiting for her, I did tune in to the All-American halftime show, which was bonkers. There's a lot to be said about it. Of course, it could improve. I would like to see it be longer next year. I would like to see have it, more performers. But TPUSA had 2 months to put it together. They've already come out now and said, hey, we're going to do it again next year. Now they have a whole year to plan. And just total views across various platforms, 40 plus million. That doesn't even include the TV numbers because it was on a couple TV networks. Massive, massive, massive success. Any way you slice it, that's intellectually honest. But what I think a lot of people didn't plan on was Bad Bunny's little meltdown, deleting his Instagram and rage quitting after everyone made fun of his horrible concert. And the only people pretending like it was good are people who are ideologically driven. It's just like the only people pretending that, millions didn't tune in to the Turning Point halftime show are just anti-TPUSA or dork grifters. I mean, on 3 channels on Rumble alone, you had 5 million views, something like that. If you look here, you have 2.22 million views on the Turning Point USA channel. Real America's Voice had 1.31, so that's 3.5 million. You had another 179,000 on the Charlie Kirk channel, so call it almost 4 million across Rumble. On YouTube, 19.5 million. Look at all the people that try to downvote it. 275,000 downvotes. Nice try. 813,000 upvotes. 19.5 million and rising. People have been trying to spread this fake narrative that it was botted. Of course it wasn't. The YouTube chat broke. And also, most people that watched it were watching it on a TV. It's not like watching a Minecraft stream where, dorks are sitting at their computer the whole time or on their phone typing in chat. All of the messages in here, just people melting down, having a complete meltdown. Oh, by the way, it was the second or third largest live stream in history on YouTube. Not just second or third largest in the world. Or I'm sorry, like that day or whatever. Second or third largest ever. I think number 1 was like a space landing, and number 2 was some Brazilian thing. Brazilian live streams always seem to have some crazy high numbers. But like the only people who are being actually honest about it, I mean, look at this. I'd rather watch CNN, at least as free comedy. Now I got to mute the audio because I don't know what the NFL, is going to claim, but they're sitting in a bar watching the halftime show. Okay, look at how excited everyone is. Looking at their phones. Looking away from them. This guy's looking down on his phone. Nobody's watching this garbage. This guy's smiling and laughing. This is a full bar full of American people, not a political debate. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching. Nobody's interested. It is anybody who says this crap was what this guy's back on his cell phone now. Yeah, that's about how invested Americans were in this halftime show. I mean, you know why there's not anybody shown in the crowd, by the way? Here's someone recording the crowd during Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show, and of the 70,000 people in attendance, barely a handful could be seen actually enjoying the music, while the rest are simply trying to figure out what they watch. Imagine paying $6,000 for this. I gotta turn off the music. Here's one person dancing. They're just dancing because they're making an Instagram. They're making a social media clip. They're not even dancing because they like the music. They're probably like, yeah, F ice. Look at us go. We're Latina. Look at everybody else in the crowd. Look at everyone just standing there saying, what in the hell's going on here? Oh, there's one white woman dancing. Okay. There's nothing. These people are not into this show. They're taking selfies and they're completely bored. Except these donks here who are e-girls, probably. In fact, many reported who were at the Super Bowl that people booed. that people in the stadium were actually booing the performance. Judging from the crowd at Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show, from one angle is misleading. Okay, find me an angle of people that are actually into it. Find me an angle anywhere. How about these two dudes? How about these two dudes grinding on each other? Was that what you wanted your kids to see at halftime? Is that what you want? Is that what poning the chuds is all about? Having a close-up of two dudes dry humping each other? Because that was a part of the show. Because there's always a part of the show. There's always like this level of propaganda. They just can't help themselves. They can't. They are completely incapable of not putting LGBTQ garbage into these performances. Because really, these people are not born, most of these people, some people are born that way. I do admit that. But especially with the trans stuff, these people aren't, most of the people who say they're trans, it's a social contagion. They aren't actually trans. They see that, oh, it's a popular thing. Here you have Bad Bunny flees in terror from Super Bowl stadium. It looks like something was chasing him. His Instagram account with 51 million followers was deleted. There's nothing left anymore. I mean, he doesn't really look panicked to me. I got to be honest with you. I watched the video. It looks like, there's a lot of chaos going on here. Oh, because he's looking back the whole time.
Benito, how was it out there? How was it? That was great.
Wait, he understands English and he speaks English, yet he chose to sing in Spanish. Interesting. It's almost like there was no interest in actually putting on a good show. It was just about making politics, about doing politics. I mean, here we have even Barstool Sports.
That halftime performance was so bad, I might have changed my stance on international football forever.
Wow, let's go.
Well, you know that Puerto Rico is part of the United States.
Doesn't matter. They weren't courting Puerto Ricans. This is about, we're a globalist organization. This was about saying every other country but America is important. Anti-white crap, which we saw in several ads during the Super Bowl.
But why would I don't know. I don't want to. It's a slippery slope.
He's like, oh crap, I'm going to say something political.
I'm going down, but it was
shout out Lindsey
fucking
Vonn.
horrible. The only good part was Gaga. Gaga tried to save it. I don't know what the demographics of fans are in that game. I know Bad Bunny is the biggest artist in the world, but
Hank, it literally is what we've been warning you about.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
It's what I actually thought. I don't know any Bad Bunny songs. I thought the energy was cool, and anytime you throw in some brass instruments, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't. It wasn't for me. But Hank, we've been warning you about this. This was Roger Goodell trying to get an international audience.
It was never about actually entertaining the millions of people that actually showed up to the game or actually attended the game or watched it on TV. It was about courting new people, which is exactly what happens in America. Expansion at some point ends. And so just like with Disney, when Disney started, bending the knee to China and all these other places because they need to endlessly expand because of their shareholders, this is what you get. How about this guy? Man pulls up the All-American halftime show on his phone so he didn't have to watch Bad Bunny.
What are you watching, man?
The real fucking American halftime show, dude.
Sounds Latino to me, too.
None of this fucking mean bunny or Easter bunny bullshit that we're waiting for, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely based. Absolutely based. Then again, I mentioned earlier, Bad Bunny deletes all Instagram posts after Super Bowl. The Grammy-winning artist, Born, don't really care. The performance came amid backlash from conservative groups, with Turning Point USA hosting an alternative halftime show, while the Trump administration officials threatened immigrations and customs enforcement presence at the game. It's unclear why all of his posts have been removed, but his page currently shows that he has 52 million followers, 0 people he is following, and 0 posts. I mean, people were making fun of him. There's listen to this grandma here. There's this bass grandma. What's this?
I'm like, who is this man?
Who is this man?
He can't sing. I mean, like, what is this?
I agree. What is this?
Golly, this is ridiculous. And got the American flag and all these other flags. Yeah, God bless you to get off the stage. Please get off the stage. Get off. Put the game back on. I can't stand this. Tell me that.
Nobody liked it. There's only people pretending they liked it. I mean, the idea, like, there was a video. Imagine being at the game. I mean, look at these memes. These, like, playing a song on a trash island. Nobody understands it. He's getting ruthlessly memed. TMZ put out a poll. Which did better? Kid Rock, absolutely. The left is furious after new poll reveals super majority of people say Kid Rock had a better halftime show. Look, I didn't like the lip syncing thing. Can't do that again. Bad Bunny's halftime performance was so universally hated that he might have actually done more for mass deportations. Look at all-time interest during the Super Bowl was the ICE tip line. I mean, the whole thing. Again, TPUSA top 3 live stream of all time. I was trying to find, there's a picture of people like in the crowd. By the way, yeah, millions ditch NFL's hyper bedrooms focused Spanish only halftime show. Americans reject foreign flags, cultural insults, and embrace faith, family, and freedom, and massive viewer revolt. Here, look at this. Imagine being in the crowd. The crowd at the Super Bowl looks and sounds bored AF. I've just got this last clip here, so we'll show this. You can't even see it. And by the way, where is the people like, oh, show the whole stadium? Do you see a lot of people getting down? Okay, you got one guy here. One guy. You can't even see what the hell's going on. Imagine being at the Super Bowl. Nobody's paying attention. It's just an absolute embarrassment. I think that the boos were louder than we really thought, and that's why Bad Bunny had a meltdown. America wins. I look forward to next year's All-American halftime show, and I hope more people do it. I hope that there's a lot of competition for this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you have a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.